All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone goal.
Live from downtown Baton Rouge, it's Off the Bench.
It's like your reads. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Jake
Flynn. And that third voice here is Trey, of course, owner here at Pro Dreams. Pro-dreams.com is the website. He's good enough to let us come hang out and do the show here every home game on Thursdays during the football season. Trey, what's going on? How we doing?
Good morning. Good morning.
Everything good?
Everything's good.
How was the LSU Florida game? Because I was here in the shop that morning. Very cool. College game day was on. You had people all around. You set up the coffee bar for us, which was very, very cool. So it was a great vibe in the store. How was setting up for one of those big-time LSU Florida games?
We are very blessed with our relationship with LSU. We have 7 locations on campus on a day like last Saturday. So we were wide open with employees running around, setting up locations and stands, and we did more sales in a 4-hour period than we did all last month. So it's been
where do you pull from your talent pool for employees? I mean, I'm sure like you kind of got to beef it up a little bit for game days, but it's not like an everyday deal. Where you pulling the talent
from LSU.
Yeah,
so
there you go.
It's a very easy hiring process politically. Just you're hired.
Yes. Can you lift that box?
Yeah.
You got it in the air. You're hired.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, very easy.
That's right.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
I got sent a ton of pictures over the weekend. People on social media that had bought something from one of the booths. A helmet with a certain inscription on it made its way in front of me a couple of different times.
Hold on, sign this helmet real quick. Need some more inventory.
It is funny, the inventory in Trey's brain, Matt. Like he's got it, like it's in there or whatever. And I was signing some stuff on Saturday, and there was 3 guys came in from Colorado, and they're like, "Hey, we want something." But we were on a plane. Yeah. And Trey's going through all the different things in his head. He's like, blah, 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 blah. We got footballs. All right, we got 3. Go get 3 in the back there. And it's like the inventory you have in your head is impressive.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. That was cool to have those guys from out of town that had never been to a game before. And
they heard us talking about this on the radio.
And they came
Colorado,
in and bought something. So those advertising dollars are working.
So how did it go with? So we saw the ugly Florida helmet, the Tim Tebow sign. Did you have a lot of Gator fans coming in and buying some Florida stuff?
So we use an artist, Becky Foss. She's probably the #1 artist in New Orleans and Baton Rouge right now, and she paints a big gator. So that was a very popular art item. So we did sell to a lot of Florida fans this weekend.
Nice.
Ugh,
that's gross.
Hey, they're bringing dollars here to Pro Dreams.
That's right.
The color of money is green.
You should get.
I don't care where it comes from.
You should get Marco Wilson to sign him throwing a shoe, and then sell that. I don't know if Florida fans or LSU fans would buy that. But
LSU fans for sure, right? Sure. So how does it work? So they come in at the tables around the stadium or in the shop here, and they're from out of town. They pick the items they want, whether it's the inventory's in your brain or whether it's sitting right here, and you ship it. They paying and you shipping.
So we kind of have a little bit of both. We have options for all customers, no matter what they're buying. They could either take it right then and there, they can get it shipped to them, or pick it up at our brand new retail location here at 3930 Burbank Drive in Baton Rouge.
Awesome.
Who are some of the current LSU guys that y'all are working with? Because when Matt and I were playing,
we had to wait.
Oof, my gosh, don't you dare sign an autograph that you think's going to be sold. And look, the landscape's changing. NIL, and it's great, and players can come in. And really, this is the true spirit of what NIL was supposed to be.
For sure.
Was memorabilia and autograph signings and come hang out. So, what are you currently doing with LSU right now?
Yesterday, we had Barry on here in the store. We had Trey Des here. They signed a couple of helmets and footballs and stuff. So we're really excited about the new class coming in and just some of the new talent. But it is cool to see, specifically Barry on yesterday was walking around looking at our Michael Jordan jersey.
Yeah.
And he was just in awe. He just stared at it. And he couldn't get his brain past, that's $12,000.
Right.
He was in shell shock. And he just kept asking me, someone's going to buy that. 2 hours later, we sold it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That one right there?
$12,000 yesterday.
And it's got the lights on it and everything.
Yeah. It's got a little LED around it. So it's cool to see young players excited about memorabilia and just putting a little money in their pocket for something that they've built on the field.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He was probably staring at him like he's too young to like realize. I mean, he knows who Michael Jordan is, probably wears the shoes and everything, but like people that got to see him play live in person.
Yeah, he might know Michael Jordan through the LeBron versus Michael debate.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly.
And me and my son have all the time.
That's right.
Yeah,
The remake. Yeah.
the first one.
Yeah.
Let me ask you. So when you were, I'm curious, like in this whole like NIL landscape, I'm so curious, like the fine details of like the business side of working with an athlete. So how do you get to these players? Do you have to call 3 people that connect to do these players have agents? Do they have friends and family? Like, how does all that get even started?
So how do I get to players is the secret sauce, right? Mm-hmm. I'll tell the very first time I ever got to a player, I was so excited right after the Saints won the Super Bowl. Never met a real player, like a real professional athlete at the time. And they made this huge advertisement that they were going to have this after party for the Saints at the hotel in Biloxi.
Yep.
So I walk into this after party, and I'm so excited that I see Pierre Thomas walking, and the crowd was kind of not paying attention, so I ran after him. We flew through this door, and I go to ask him for his autograph. I said, "Mr. Pierre, can I have your autograph, please?" He said, "Can I finish using the restroom?"
No.
So,
Nope.
One of my very first autographs that I was looking for tackled Pierre Thomas in the restroom. And it just kind of went from there through Instagram DMs, through social media, just reaching out to players. And then either they handle me or they pass a lot of them, and especially the new guys, as the parents or maybe, an agent. And then once you treat a customer or a client well, they kind of pass your name to the next guy, and we go from there.
I thought you were about to tell me the secret sauce is waiting outside the bathroom. Everybody's got to go, even the famous people.
Yeah.
What is
number
wrong
1 or number
with
2?
Oh, what is wrong with you?
Ratings just fell.
That's right. Just want to know how much time I have.
Yeah.
What?
All right, next topic.
Some of the Saints stuff. Obviously, it's like we were talking about it. Like you're looking for a face, maybe face of the franchise right now. It is. Look, I mean, all the great stuff. Like Drew still sells really well. You got Manning, Ricky Jackson, Taysom Hill.
Jackson sells well.
As
We're
well.
really close. But if you're talking about Saints as a brand, you're selling 10-1 LSU to Saints stuff right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's that drastic.
10-1.
10-1.
When the Saints are good, what is that number? It's still probably heavy. I mean,
10-3 probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know why. Just them as a brand. I don't want to talk bad about the Saints because they're the Saints. But
Yeah, we're a Saints show. No,
yeah,
you're good.
It's tough if it's not Drew.
Yeah.
I got a question just from because we've talked about Hester and I are kind of like into the sports card world, and there's like you sell the hype a lot in the sports card world before the hype of potential. Is that kind of the same in the memorabilia world? Because
you sell the wave for sure.
Yeah.
One of our biggest examples was Mason Taylor when we beat Alabama in overtime.
Yeah.
We had a signing already lined up. It was just a stroke of luck that we had him on Wednesday. So by Friday, we had a next home game. We had product on the table of the photo of him diving in the end zone signed.
Oh, my God.
We sold 6,000 of them. Pictures of them. I mean, it was a lot. Like, it was crazy timing. And now, I can't give I love Mason. He was awesome and great family lineage, but I can't sell a Mason Taylor autograph to save my life right now.
Yeah.
So it's just timing. It's just timing.
You better start getting some
So you're
Rattler
saying
jerseys.
that Florida picture down there in the corner,
Timing of last week. I won't sell one until next year.
Right. But if I would have, in 2007, if NIL would have been a thing,
you could have made a lot of money together.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And we still have. We've done well.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But, when I was trying to check the couch cushions to see if we go to the movies.
The one thing,
I needed it.
You keep asking about the NIL situation, and the thing that I just keep going back to is a guy like both of y'all that by the time you got back to Baton Rouge, were you an accessible athlete that had already passed NFL, you had already passed, now you're in retirement age, people still want it, but it's not as hype
for sure.
as a guy on the field.
Right.
So in the era of a Dylan Cruz, when he was hit a home run, I already had product on the table. They'd walk by and go,
it's true.
I want that jersey now because he just walked it off.
Yeah.
So it was that instant gratification and that instant.
That's a great point. I didn't think about that. Because, so like no matter what your career is at LSU, if it's a really good one, you go play professionally.
Right.
And so when you go play professionally, like, you don't have the time. Like, you just don't have you can't come back to Baton Rouge for a signing, and you can't really sign 100 jerseys or whatever. So
Or
like back then, by the time you came back, I mean, it's still popular, but you lost that timing that we're talking about. But now that timing can go away because, like, if Nussmeier throws for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, well, you got Nussmeier product in here right now, or whoever, you know what I mean.
It's like he hadn't signed yet. No, but a guy, especially in baseball, he'll go play in Middle America in the Cape Cod League for 4 years, chasing the dream, and he didn't want to come back to Baton Rouge for a couple $1,000 and sign autographs. Like, that doesn't make sense. So, and then on the second part of that, the NIL has kind of hurt us a little bit because they're seeing the big revenue dollars for someone serving chicken out of a window for 2 hours that is worth $30,000 to them.
Right.
Well, they have an infinite amount of inventory that they could use. They could put it on Publix ad. They can put it on a shirt. They can put it on a billboard. We have a finite number of inventory that we have to break that down per what that costs per athlete.
Yeah.
So it's tough to ask an athlete to come here for X amount of dollars because we have to divide that by how many pieces we have for the fair market value for that item for a customer to walk through the door and pay for that autograph.
Right.
So it is a tough memorabilia ask for NIL right now.
Okay. I guess that makes sense too.
Yeah.
And then for you, I mean, look, you got the cost of the helmet. You got the cost of the athlete that had to come in here.
They say a lot with the new conversations of what is fair market value for that athlete's autograph. That has to be divided by what's on the national market. Right. What I can sell it on eBay for, what I can sell it in the store for. Like, I can't ask a customer to pay $1,000 for a guy that's barely even proved on the field yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. It's definitely a moving target.
Yeah. So I know one of your big things that y'all do here are the silent auctions at different events.
Sure.
Whether it's a charity event or a big group raising money or a corporate event, things like that.
Yeah, y'all were doing one at the event we spoke at last Friday, I believe, at La Cook.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. So, what you got anything cool planned? Any events cool or that you just did that stuck out to you?
Yeah, we have a big event tonight, actually, Thursday night that we're raising money for. We're a no-risk opportunity to where we bring all the items that you see here in the store, set it all up. We're a full-service provider for an auction company, so it takes the risk out of a company throwing an auction or having to go buy items somewhere and having to resell them and hope they get more money for them. If your silent auction, this is probably an unpopular statement, but if you're a silent auction chair for a fundraiser and that's your main source of revenue, you've already lost.
Yeah.
Like your real dollar should come from ads or sponsorship or table sales or alcohol sales. Like, so we kind of took the guesswork out of auctions.
Yeah.
A lot of times it'll ruin a relationship too when you're a business owner and all you do is, man, they're calling again for that soap basket. Like, we're not going to take that call. So,
So
Not the soap
so
basket.
there's no risk. So you'll come in there, they call you, and it's really basically you're going in there and like you're setting everything up on your dime, and then actually giving part of the proceeds back to that
so whatever
organization.
sells, we use a unique bidding style. It's called every bid wins. That means every person that write their name down wins one of those items. So we can sell 3, 4, 5 of those items instead of just one.
Interesting.
And the charity will raise 3 times as much as more, however many times you sell it. That's why I needed to sign 600 jerseys that one time.
Okay, so you have like a starting bid, and if you write your name down,
you get the first one. If you're the first one to bid on it, you're taking that item home tonight.
Oh, cool.
After that, it goes up in $25 increments, right? And then so the next person will just have to ship them one.
Yeah. I mean, it encourages people to be the first one.
To be the first one because you pay the lowest price and you take it home tonight.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow, I've never seen that before.
I haven't either.
I'd be like,
it gets them every time. It gets them every time because they're like, oh, I want this, this, and this.
Yeah.
It prevents a couple of things too. Throughout the night, you know how much money you're raising.
Yeah.
2, it prevents the old line after an event that you see of 50 people trying to check out, and nobody wants to do that anymore.
Yeah.
So
does it look like when the event starts? Does it look like the shoppers at Target, like on Black Friday, like they're all at the door, like I'm trying to pull the door open?
Maybe sometimes. Yeah, sometimes.
Sure.
With the Jacob Hester autographs, for sure. People racing.
Yeah, I mean, look.
I mean, whatever.
I don't see you on the wall here. Just saying.
I don't have a single Matt Flynn autograph. Maybe we should change that.
We change that today.
Okay.
What do you want to sign? Florida helmet?
T.
The kicking tee?
The kicking tee?
Yeah. Do you have a Saved by the Bell picture? He'll sign that.
Yeah.
He loves Saved by the Bell. We love Saved by the Bell.
But off camera, he did commit to wearing it.
Hey, I'm fully committed.
Yeah.
He's going to wear the Saved by the Bell sleeveless shirt.
I'll wear that to the office.
Yeah. Trey, we appreciate it, bro. We appreciate you having us here every single Thursday.
Thanks, guys.
All right, we'll take a break. When we come back, Chef Michael Johnson will join us to answer your Munchie questions. Go ahead and get those inside the Bayou 4 chat, and we'll do it right here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org, 225-925-8552. Not only in Central, they are in the entire greater Baton Rouge area. They are ready to help you. I mean, they've been doing this for so long. The Payne family's been in this game, and you're not going to have something they haven't already seen before, right? 24/7, 365, weekend, holiday, game day, whatever, emergency service. Not only in emergencies, though, if you're looking to upgrade at your home, at your business, again, go to the website, centralplumbing.org, and check out those remodel options right there on the homepage. Also, you can go tankless today with the tankless water heater, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, if you don't have a tankless water heater by now, you really need to check it out. Give Central Plumbing a call, and they can come. Like, you will never, once that water gets hot, you can run the dishes. You got 17 people taking showers if they need to, whatever it is, they can do it. You'll never run out of hot water. So if you got a family, a young family like I do, it is priceless. Central Plumbing, they can do anything, residential, commercial, 24/7 emergency service. If you call 225-925-8552, centralplumbing.org.
How can you see into my eyes like open doors, leading you down into my core, where I become so numb without a soul. My spirit sleeping.
2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in. It is OTB here live from Pro Dreams in the shadows of Tiger Stadium right here on Burbank. I want to remind you about LSU Snacks as well, the officially licensed snacks of the Tigers. Every bite supports LSU athletes, so you can cheer on the Tigers while enjoying great taste. Try the Win Bar. It's a blend of crunchy granola, wholesome almonds, and chocolate chips packed with protein and lower in sugar. Or you can grab Win Bites, gluten-free, bite-sized chocolate chip cookies with the perfect crunch. Find LSU Snacks now at, guess where? Rouse's, or online at lsusnacks.com. LSU Snacks, where every bite supports LSU. Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
All right, speaking of great taste, speaking of snacks, speaking of LSU, it is now time for Munchies with our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, who joins us now. Chef, how you doing, sir? Glad to have you back on as always.
I'm great, brother. Feeling blessed this morning, man.
How was the gator? I saw beautiful, beautiful pictures of gator everywhere on social media, and I know that you enjoyed some good old gator this last weekend.
I mean, we smoked that thing, two of them. We smoked the two smaller ones for 5 hours, and we consumed 1.5, and you know what was, the kids loved it. First of all, we carted it out on the table, and everybody was oohing and on over it. It tasted delicious, right? But I think the better part of it was yesterday I had some bits and pieces left over that I pulled off the carcass, and we made I made gator sauce piquant with a baked roux.
Baby.
It was just another. It's one of those things that just keeps giving, right? So it was a good few days, yeah.
So Chef, you kind of told us that like during the games, that's your game day, that's your day to kind of go home and chill, relax a little bit. Yeah. What are you cooking for yourself or your family? Like what are you doing at the house, getting ready? Are we kind of like snacking on dips all day like a lot of people enjoy game day? Or are you making like a big, like long meal?
Not too many long meals. My fiance likes to cook, and so we cook in the kitchen together a lot. And like dinner, there's lots of pasta because my kids like pasta. During the day, I think it's like, fruits and vegetables. I really love fruits and vegetables and eating them fresh, right? So I'm kind of a snacker, in the kitchen, you're not allowed to sit down and eat too terribly often because it takes you away from your time a lot. So, it's a lot of what we call eating over the trash can, tasting foods and throwing spoons away. And so it's almost a healthier way of eating too. Your blood sugar doesn't spike as heavily. So I'm constantly kind of snacking and grazing. And so, I do have a softness for cheese. But it's lots of kind of snacky foods, fruits and vegetables.
Chef, to go back to the Gator real quick, how many players did you have to maybe try to talk into trying said Gator? Was there anybody, because there's players from all over the country. Certainly the guys from Louisiana, they've probably had Gator. They've certainly tried that before. Maybe this around Mississippi and Texas. Yeah. But from the guys that are from, the West Coast or up north or whatever, did you have to do some real selling to them?
I think the ones that you have to do selling to are kind of from the inner cities sometimes. And to be honest with you, I don't go in seek of trying to convince them. I first go in seek of convincing my employees who are like, oh no, I'd never eat that, because if I can convince them to eat it and they like it, then I have a team of people who are also saying, oh no, you should try it. It's actually really good. I don't eat that kind of stuff, but chef knows what he's doing.
Right.
And I've built trust with a couple of people. I got a couple of kind of stubborn ones in my kitchen that they don't like trying new stuff, but they trust me enough to try stuff if I ask them to. And it's usually a win. Very seldom is it a, no, I didn't like that. It's sometimes it's a, oh, that's interesting. I'm not in love with it, but I would probably eat that again. Or they've had a bad experience with it before. So my first approach is to approach, the ones that, and kind of test the waters with the more, not with lack of better words, stubborn, tasters in my kitchen. And kind of work through them to do the same thing, and that usually works really well for me.
Chef, I hope you can help us settle a great debate we have here between Hester and I. Okay. If you close your eyes and just picture the perfect taco.
Oh man,
is it a tortilla or is it a hard shell taco?
No, it's like a street taco. Like a soft corn tortilla. Made from maize, I like street tacos. I like lengua. I like tongue in my tongue tacos. I like pork belly tacos, and lots of accoutrements, right? Like pickled onions and cheese and probably 5 different types of salsa, right? But and I like to double up the tortillas too, and some people don't do this, but I'll take those corn tortillas and put them on a flat grill and toast them a little bit just to warm them up and give them a little bit of structure. Because people, when you steam them, they get a little too soft and tear too easy for me. So I like to put them on a grill and toast them just real slightly. I think they hold together better that way. And I like the browning, that browning flavor, it just adds to the texture and the quality of the food.
Thank you, Chef. This uncultured swine that I have to sit next to every single day thinks that a hard shell taco is the only type of taco.
I did not say the only. Now I said you were baffled that we have hard shell tacos. They're incredible.
Okay, I hadn't had a hard shell taco since I was 9.
Katie will take a flour tortilla and fry it up, and that's the taco shell, and it's incredible.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Chef, I was just saying there's other options where this guy's speaking in absolutes, having a soft tortilla was the only way you could have it.
Yeah. Truth be known, I've never met a taco I didn't like.
Thank you, Chef. It's like a piece of pizza. It's I like pizza from here. I don't really like it. I'm okay, maybe, but I'm going to eat it.
Yeah, that's kind of the difference between a pizza and a calzone, right? Somebody just tripped and fell and accidentally,
folded it over.
It's hell with it. It's going in the oven. Yeah.
Oh, no question about it. Chef, you told us about this, kind of get away just real quick from the food portion of it because I'm starving now. You told us this team was special as far as like the meals they had together and the time they spent together and just kind of some of the conversations that you were hearing. And I think last week was like a great example of that because, Whit, for playing football too hard, gets kicked out of the football game, and then like Wes, his brother, steps up, and then he goes down, and then here comes another week's brothers, and Devon Keys played incredible. So like those things that you told us, like you're seeing it play out in real time, like on the actual football field as well.
Yeah, and I didn't say this before, but you just said something that touches on it, and I think it's to be said. There's, I think, 3 sets of brothers on this team, man, and like as a brother, I know how much I care for my brother, even though we don't always agree on everything.
Right.
If my brother's on that football team, I'm fighting tooth and nail. Like my brother and I may fight, but damn the man that gets in between us.
Right.
And that builds an even larger, I think, kind of passion towards what you're trying to do. And we've got 3 sets of brothers on this team. That's pretty special, man. And watching them interact and kind of pick on each other a little bit, but also protect each other a little bit. As a human being, I think that you have to appreciate that.
Chef, we just came off a big week. It was Florida week. Now we're playing Southeastern, so we kind of all know that's kind of a little bit of a purple jersey game. But you're with these kids. You see these kids every single day. And Jake and I talk about how when we had the kind of the purple jersey, like the dip and I guess competition, if you will, the week was like you had to rely on leadership. You had to really be cognizant of the fact that I got to prep just like I did last week for the big game. So you get to spend every single week with these guys and you've seen them all week. Like, so how do these guys, how does this team, how does the culture react to these types of week? Have you seen anything different?
No, the ship doesn't steer differently, brother. These kids stay focused, man. And that's the beautiful thing about it, brother. There's no reaction or unreaction. They come in, they eat the same. That you know what I mean. Like and that's what I love about them is they're not reacting in that way. They're not overreacting in any way. I media is everywhere now, and I'm kind of baffled at the fact that they can maintain that. To be honest with you, because to be emotional is to be human. But I think they manage it exceptionally well. They're super resilient. And they have a brotherhood of teammates around them, to support, when they're struggling. And, it's something pretty special to watch. You know that.
Chef, what we got on the menu today? Have we already laid it out? Like it's 9:30. I'm sure you've already had to feed a ton of people already today.
Rolling, chicken and waffles for breakfast. We have salmon for lunch. I'm trying to think what I've seen because I've been kind of in the office this morning a little bit, but gosh, you just stumped me. What's going on in my own kitchen?
What's on the menu today? Actually, I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know, man. They're doing really well with it, though. I can tell you that.
It's going great. Everything's going great there. It's look, Chef. You had a big assignment last week with the Gators, so we'll give you a pass here. That was the main thing. We had to make sure that we had Gator. This is a show full of Gator haters, and the team got to enjoy Gator. So you're good.
Well, you know what it is I went on a high fence ranch hunt with some of the guys back 6 months ago, and one of the videos was released today, and I've been kind of reeling in that because for the first time I cooked heart, and it was a Ginsbach heart. And it was an extraordinary experience. And I got to share that with some really incredible people. And so, my mind has kind of been with that heart this morning because, when you kill a creature, I think there's the spiritual side of it as well that, I consume as much of that animal as I can, and the heart more specifically, And so that was one of the first times I cooked heart for, like it was a wild game heart, and I was feeding some of the guys that I work with on a day-to-day basis on the football team. So it was a really special moment, man.
All right, there he is, our guy, Chef Michael Johnson, joins us every single week, always gives us just great insight, not only what's on the menu, sometimes, what's not on the menu, because we're trying to figure that out because we're worried about Florida. We had a lot of Gators we had to take care of last week. Chef, always our pleasure to catch up with you. We appreciate it every single week.
Absolutely, guys. Take care.
I love that guy.
The best.
He is the best, man.
Although I saw that when you kill an animal, you're supposed to eat the heart raw. Still beating.
I don't know. Have you done that?
No, I hadn't done that.
And
I did when my first year. My dad did put like blood on my cheeks.
we all
whatever.
did, yeah. Don't hate on fish sticks either.
I'm not hating on fish sticks.
Fish sticks are
All I
delicious.
said- okay, I didn't hate on fish sticks.
I don't know what's in there, but they're
delicious.
good.
Okay, so this is what I said. I just made this point in the chat. Like hard shell tacos, they're kind of equivalent to fish sticks to me. Like sure, they taste good and they taste fine, but at some point in life, you got to grow up.
No.
So just grow up.
I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
And I mean, I don't like grow up to be like your age or anything, but like get past 9.
I still eat cereal every night
That's true.
with a cartoon character on the box.
So the hard shell taco thing tracks. Like cereal's great, and I'll eat it every now and then. I love a fish stick. I love a chicken. I love an animal shaped chicken nugget.
Man,
it's fine.
Yeah, didn't know your palate was so mature.
But I'm not eating it. It's not like my go-to. But
Sorry.
I dabble. But at some point, you got to grow up and just eat normal shaped chicken nuggets.
Some of you didn't grow up rednecks, and it shows. That's okay. We were balling on a budget. We made the most of those fish sticks, and they were delicious.
I ate so many fish that I like to dip in mustard. Kind of weird.
What?
Yeah.
Mustard?
But I look back at like when as an adult, you eat fish with a lot of like vinegar,
taquitos,
wine
yeah.
sauces, and the same thing as mustard, right?
Frozen taquitos.
Frozen taquitos are that's
Well done, Matt C.
Totino's pizza.
Well done. Oh, yeah.
That was the best.
Yeah.
Totino's.
Yeah.
Like, don't try to give me another cheap pizza. That's the one.
That's the one I want.
The flavor. That's
Yes.
the one I want.
Hey, we agree.
There you go.
Look at that. Look at us. Who would have thought? All right, we will
Cubed
step away.
pepperoni.
We'll get to some, big deal or no big deal when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
You know what goes great with frozen pizzas?
Yeah, sure do.
Dos Equis.
Lots of them.
I mean, think about it.
Think about
I mean,
it.
elite combination.
Little cold pizza, little Dos Equis, chilling at a tailgate.
Yeah, and you can get your Dos Equis and be ready to go for the tailgate this weekend. Go for Dos. Enjoy that ice chest full of Dos Equis. It's going to get you right for game day. You're going to enjoy sitting there and watching all those games that we talked about a little bit earlier, right before you head into Tiger Stadium at the tailgate. It is always a great time to go for Dos.
Yeah, you ever like as a man, like, packing the car up perfectly is awesome, but like another great feeling is a beautifully packed ice chest. Like when you line it all up, put the ice, put a good layer of ice, and put another one. It's even better when it's Dos Equis. When it's a beautiful green bottle, beautiful green can with the 2 X's on it, man, go for Dos. We know we got another home game. We got to show up. We got to show out. Delete some beers. Do it responsibly. Go for Dos. Stay thirsty, my friends.
So if you're lonely, you know I'm here waiting for you. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot away from you. And if you leave here, you leave me broken, shattered and alive. I'm just a crosshair. I'm just a shot.
From the locker room to the airwaves, it's Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Welcome back in. It is OTB here live from Pro Dreams on Burbank, pro-dreams.com. Check out their shop and the memorabilia they've got here. Come see them this weekend when you come watch the Tigers play. All right. Let's do a little big deal or no big deal. And I know that, we're here. Our great producers are back in the studio, so it's okay. We can still get this done. I'll go first, and Flynn can go. We'll turn ourselves down, and then y'all can answer there back in studio. You don't have to worry about the sounder here because you know what? We can't hear it anyways, and so we'll go ahead and we'll get this started, and I'll start it off. Big deal or no big deal, the NCAA eliminates the spring transfer portal window. So college football is officially moving to a single offseason transfer portal window.
That's a big deal. Certainly is. I guess this is probably the Tennessee UCLA situation, kind of the knee-jerk reaction from that. But I'm sure that anytime you put restrictions on something, anytime you start to tighten up the rules, I think coaches around the country breathe a sigh of relief because what they don't want is the wild, wild west, and every year it gets a little bit tighter and tighter, and I think that's what they want. As long as a coach and an organization knows what the rules are and they're clear and they're fair, then they know how to work. And I think this kind of helps that. Like, they get their roster secured, and they know their roster is going to be their roster at an earlier date, which helps coaches, which helps planning. Now it puts a little limitations on the player and his options at some point of the year if things don't go their way. But, I think the coaches and organizations were probably a big catalyst in getting this pushed through.
All right, Alondra, Tay.
Yeah, I think this is a big deal for all the reasons that Matt just said. I mean, it has kind of just been the Wild West in terms of not only NIL, but the transfer portal as well. And just everybody was kind of allowed to do whatever they wanted. So in terms of there being a rule in place, finally, even though there were some, this is a pretty big deal.
All right, well, I hate to go chalk, but yeah, big deal. I think it's a big deal because I think it kind of puts a control on things that, frankly, I think needed to be a little bit controlled. I understand a lot of people said, oh, well, this gives more power to the players. Players kind of had all the power. Now, whether you're for or against that is entirely up to you. But like Matt said, it helps you kind of plan out your roster a little bit better. You know what you have at an earlier date. I mean, look, you had the spring portal window, you had the fall portal window. The players at Virginia Tech and UCLA are able to enter the portal now that their coaches are fired. I mean, it was a free-for-all everywhere. This kind of controls stuff just a little bit. So I think it's good for the game. I think it's a big deal.
All right, Matthew, what you got there, sir?
All right, big deal, no big deal. Chicago Bears head coach Ben Johnson stated recently, after this past week, Bears have started 0-2, that the practice habits of his team has not yet been reflective of a championship caliber team. Players not finishing, going through the football, doing things that are tight, that are taught at a high school level.
Ooh.
Is this a big deal? No big deal.
That's not good. I think it's a big deal. That's not good, man. That tells me you're far away. You aren't even close. You aren't in the realm of where you need to be. And that tells me that, the person that left you that obviously didn't have a great culture either. But the more troublesome thing is you've been there long enough to create your own culture and try to implement your own culture, and it hasn't stuck. Like, the players aren't buying what you're selling right now. That's a massive deal.
It's week 2. When I was looking at this, I thought to myself, do I like him saying this publicly in a press conference? And I think the answer for me is yes, because as long as he said it to his team first, as long as his team's not getting that message through the media or watching it on TV in the team dining hall and hearing that from their head coach, sending a message early of your expectation for a team, sending it loud and clear, making no qualms about the kind of organization that you want to run and that they're not hitting those marks.
Yeah.
You could see frustration on him at the end of the game this past weekend against the Lions too. So, to your point, I think it's okay because he's setting a culture. He's telling what's expected of them, and they're not hitting that mark, and he's letting the world know. So, if you're a Caleb Williams and that's your team, man, you better the message better be received loud and clear.
Yeah, there's nothing to guarantee that Caleb Williams is going to be A, B, or C, and
there's flashes, and he did improve from week 1 to week 2.
His college he had flashes in college. The flashes are great, but to be an NFL dude, you got to be consistent. Those flashes, let me think of a quarterback Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy, the flashes aren't flashy, but the consistency's there. So, you got to be careful falling in love with the flashes, as you know.
And I'm a big believer in Ben Johnson's offense. I think he's a really
Me
good
too.
coach. I
great
love
in
the
Detroit.
Lions were incredible last year. Their offense, I love.
But also, to the point, the players that were running that offense have bought into Dan Campbell's mentality as well.
For sure. So he's got to set that mentality.
Yeah, got to.
And Caleb Williams is being asked to do things he's never had to do before. So there is going to be a little bit of a learning curve there. Landry, what y'all think?
I think it's a big deal, talking about bad habits, Ben Johnson, all that. That was the reason I didn't like Caleb Williams coming into the NFL because I thought he had some bad habits. But, we're talking about Caleb and all of this. Go back and look at Lincoln Riley. everyone talks about Lincoln Riley as kind of this QB guru, but look at the ones that have succeeded in the NFL. Baker had a coach before Lincoln Riley. Jalen Hurts had a coach before Lincoln Riley. I mean, he taught Caleb Williams, and, I mean, they did good things together in college. Caleb kind of regressed under Lincoln Riley from year 1 to year 2. So, I mean, it's kind of an indictment all the way around on a lot of different people.
Yeah, that feels like a big deal because it's just a bad culture vibe over there because of that. So that, yeah, big deal.
All right. Yeah, I think it's a massive deal. The Bears, I know it's early in his tenure, but they feel like they got to change some things. And
when you're an NFL team, and your team gets called out for effort by your head coach after week 2,
when high school gets thrown out there,
practice effort, yeah,
that is not good. That is not where you want to be. And they a lot of people think they might be the worst team in the NFL right now. It's bad. Shocker, their defense is bad.
Not the worst roster either.
Who's calling their defense again? I think he's an Aggie.
Yeah, he's got no cakes.
No cakes. Weak chin. Mr. Dennis Allen. All right, we'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll wrap it up like we do every single day, answering your questions. We'll ask the bench here to close it out on a Thursday edition of OTB.
Off the bench. Off the bench.
All right, go to RussellPools.com. That is the website for, you guessed it, Russell Pool Company. When you go to the homepage there, you can find a full list of services, a one-stop shop. Remember, I mean, we're talking about the entire process of construction, getting your pool done, also the maintenance on your pool as well. They are truly that one-stop shop. Also, you can buy retail from them. Go to the gallery of work to see what they can do for you. You're going to see incredible pools. No two pools look the same there because they're building your dream pool, not somebody else's dream pool. Also, check out the financing options on the homepage as well. Truly the one-stop shop, truly the go-to. That is RussellPools.com.
Yep, when you think of high-quality custom pools here in Louisiana, the first name you should think of is Russell Pools. They make the whole experience easy, and they make it great because they have 2 landscape architects on their staff when other companies don't even have one. So they can take your dream from reality, turnkey the entire project from a design from in your brain, what you want, to the plans, to the build, to the maintenance, everything right there, RussellPools.com.
From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
OTB, one final segment here. I'm going to get to your questions real quick, though. I want to remind you about All-Star. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. Buying new, leasing, renting, every single thing is available. Go ahead and reserve that rental today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
They see me rolling. I don't know why I sang that.
They hating, patrolling, and trying to catch me riding dirty. That's what you're singing?
Yep.
All right,
Riding
cool.
in a Toyota. Nope, that didn't.
All right.
That didn't work.
Ask the bench. What's more wild? Flynn mocking Hester's hard tacos or T-Bob mocking Tampa Tay's chicken fajitas? Oh, yeah, he did hate on Taylor because Taylor liked to get chicken fajitas and not steak. I switch it up. I go steak and chicken.
I like to get the combo.
Do that, too. Get the surf and turf sometimes if I'm feeling fancy.
Yeah. The little shrimps on there?
Yeah.
The shrimps are delicious.
So, yeah, chicken fajitas isn't a weird take. T-Bob thought it was
No, that's not a weird
crazy
take at all. Yeah. Taylor, you're cool, man. It's way more normal than like thinking that hard shell tacos are the only taco in the world.
I don't remember saying that. I found it fascinating that you were like, people eat hard tacos. Like, yeah, they do. It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay.
Ask the bench, should the chat organize our own OTB tailgate since Moscona won't let y'all do one? Let's do one here.
Right here at Pro Dreams?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, why not?
All right.
We got great space. They can wheel in and out the memorabilia here so we can kind of move it.
What if my parking pass isn't near here?
I don't give a damn about your parking pass, my guy. Touch grass. Walk a little bit.
I don't know. Well,
And we just do it for like a night game. We'll just do it early. Like, how about like we just come watch College Game Day here or something? I did that last weekend. It was a lot of fun.
Okay. Let's do it. We do need to organize an OTB tailgate, though. That would be fun. South Carolina? Can I interest you in that?
I was thinking more Western Kentucky.
Okay.
Because more relaxed.
More chill.
Guaranteed night game. One of those ones where you can, we're sitting here, we're shooting the bull, we're talking about how great things are, but we're not really worried about, the outcome of the game. Maybe I'm wrong. I mean, because you know me, I'd rather do it against A&M. That'd be awesome because I want to have that feeling of playing a major opponent. So it's up to y'all. I'm giving you options.
Western, with your job, Western Kentucky a little bit lower. Can you have a couple more pops?
That's kind of what I was thinking.
You have a couple more pops before that.
Hey, you might have decoded what I was trying to steer away from.
So you just want to drink more Dos Equis. Got it. Perfect. Oh, that's cool. That's why you want to go early too, so you have some breakfast beers. Go take a little nap ski in the afternoon.
Oh, yep.
Smart.
I
get
me.
it. It's smart.
You got me. Okay, fair.
We'll do it here at Pro Dreams.
That was my thought.
A little OTB tailgate. We'll pick a game. Maybe we'll get a little. Get a little vote in the chat.
Stop talking. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow.
Later.
Off the bench.
Go to KTZBlinds.com, KTOZBlinds.com. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living since 2004 in Baton Rouge, in Lafayette, on the North Shore. That contact information, top right corner of the site. But don't you worry, if you're in the 318, just give them a call, and I promise you they are going to make it happen for you because that's what Brandon Barton and the team do. They do it all the time. They've done it for me. They'll do it for you. They'll do it inside. They'll do it outside. Sometimes they'll do it outside, and it helps the inside, and you don't even know it's going to do that, but Brandon and the team know that. So go to the website today, KTOZBlinds.com.
Yeah, they can help make your house look better, and they can make it more energy efficient by helping those windows, keeping that heat out. Their approach, their communication, the craftsmanship, their products is absolutely second to none. And if you buy your products from them, their installation is free over there, complimentary. So give them a call today. Go to the brand new website, K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, KTOZBlinds.com.